This following clip is to point out what I believe is a psyop. I use that term quite a bit. There's a lot of it going on, obviously, coming over the airwaves. And this particular clip is regarding the government, so-called government shutdown, and essential workers. Air traffic controllers would be of the most essential workers. And it is said, according to their narrative of government shutdowns, essential workers are continue to be paid. They are paid through the so-called shutdown. Okay, here we go.
Is brought to you by
this information. We'll elaborate on this.
All right, air traffic controllers all over the country are trying to do something about the partial government shutdown. Today, you might see members of the National Air Traffic Controller Associations nationwide handing out leaflets, including some at KCI.
And they're handing out the leaflets describing how the government shutdown is hurting them.
Now, this is obviously a government-organized, nationwide, federal mandate, so-called soft protest, I would call it, coming from air traffic control representatives to instill fear within the passengers, dealing with the safety. People are claiming that air traffic controllers are not being paid, okay?
The leaflets describing how the government shutdown is hurting them. Fox 4's Kathy Quinn is at KCI. Kathy?
I've got Aaron Merrick with me right now, and what we're talking about are the 300 or so air traffic controllers within the metro, and all these folks, the last time they got a paycheck was December 31st?
That's right, yeah. We're really out here today getting information out to the flying public about, the impact that the government shutdown is having on Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. Not getting a paycheck. We should have received a paycheck this past Tuesday, January 15th, and most of us saw a big zero in there.
The air traffic controllers are not getting paid. What's the message there, boys and girls?
Not getting a paycheck. We should have received.
Make sure I'm getting the full effect here.
The impact that the government shutdown is having on, of course, all federal employees, but specifically air traffic controllers and the ones that I'm proud to represent throughout Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. Not getting a paycheck. We should have received a paycheck this past Tuesday, January 15th, and most of us saw a big zero in there.
All right, so talk about this brochure right here, this leaflet.
So this is the information that we'll be handing out today. Members of the flying public who show up to the airport ready to travel to write their members of Congress. They can go to natca.org and write.
So they got your passengers boarding will be handed this information. The psyop is, okay, I'm getting on a plane, and my plane is going to be going to be steered and directed through the air by workers who are not getting paid. Now, is this smart for the Fed to mandate such a newscast for so-called terrorists to pick up on? Oh, what about the terrorist? I mean, isn't that something that we don't want them to know, that our skies are not safe? We're not guided properly because we have disgruntled air traffic controllers on the job without paychecks? Is this what the government wants our quote-unquote enemy to know? Really?
/Write Congress is the web address, and I think you said you put it on your Facebook page as well. Really just trying to get the information out. Most folks, when they show up to the airport to travel, they are not thinking about the folks, the hardworking safety professionals that are up in the towers behind the.
So why bother them with this information? They're not thinking about it. Why do they need to be bothered about it? Why do they need to be made aware?
Airport to travel, they are not thinking about the folks, the hardworking safety professionals that are up in the towers behind the radar screens as they're getting ready to take off and head off to their vacation. The reality of it is there's real people behind those radar scopes and keying the mic, keeping the airplane safely moving through the sky. And we are highly skilled aviation safety professionals, and that's what we're the best at it. We have to be 100% of the time. But when you start to realize that there are real people behind that radar scope, it does start to put another element of doubt and a little bit of just where's the next paycheck going to come from? And that's really the message we're getting out is we just need the
element of doubt from who? From the passengers or from the workers? What is the point of this broadcast? What is the point of this story? You got to really think about this, people. What are they setting us up for here? I'm just putting this video out for what it's worth, for whatever few people watch it, YouTube allows to see. I am just being a little cautious on a potential false flag caused by the so-called shutdown impacting air traffic controllers. Hopefully this is just going to wind up being moot. Everything gets so-called back to normal with the government, and this would all be moot, like I said.
People behind that radar scope, it does start to put another element of doubt and a little bit of just where's the next paycheck going to come from, and that's really the message we're getting out is we just need the shutdown to end. We're not really involved in partisan politics. We just want it to end.
So no doubt passengers flying out today from KCI are going to be wondering, wow, man, those air traffic controllers are not paid, and I'm up here 30,000 feet. Yeah.
The air traffic controllers can get their next paycheck.
And it's not a protest, you're just handing out information.
Absolutely.
It's not
Informational leaflets, we're just trying to engage people. Our folks will have some brightly colored purple shirts on, so if anybody's traveling to the airport today, be sure to stop by and say hi and hug an air traffic controller.
Yeah, we know. So they want the passengers to write their congressman to help end the shutdown. But hey, Joe, the so-called shutdown, which is absolutely staged. The so-called government is not what we think. I've covered this in other videos. It's all under New World Order. It's all under one national entity running all puppet nations. This is Hollywood script. They're trying to instill fear in the public. But again, the purpose of this video in general is to give somewhat of an alert, possible false flag. The whole deal, this is within a close time frame of a mysterious message passed to Jeb Bush during his dad's funeral and all that. Could tie in. Hopefully I'm wrong. Just being cautious here. That's all I got.